Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
A 12-year-old with a brutal cancer prognosis is getting his wish. Spencer Thorsland asked KELOLAND News to follow his journey as he continues his battle against this evil disease. We caught up with Spencer and his family at the Catitude Cafe in downtown Sioux Falls Thursday afternoon.
When we spoke with him earlier this week, the family's Make-A-Wish trip to Disneyland in California wasn't scheduled until December 3rd. Now it's been moved up to this weekend, and they're going to Disney World in Florida instead. Part of Spencer's wish is to get a specific Star Wars necklace offered at the Galaxy's Edge attraction.
I asked him, if you could get the necklace anywhere you go, would you go to Florida? Well, of course, I just want the necklace. So the necklace is there waiting for him, has his name on it.
That's going to be really fun. I'm really excited.
If you would like to hear more of Spencer's emotional story and the message he wants everyone to understand, it'll be linked to this story on KELOLAND.com. There's also a GoFundMe for Spencer and his family that will also be linked online. Per a judge's decision, the alleged victim in a murder case can be described as Baby Daxton or Baby DC. The defense had sought an order directing the prosecution to not use the word baby as a descriptor before Daxton Castamore's name. His father, Dylan Castamore, stands accused of murdering the 8-week-old child in Sioux Falls in November of 2021. The use of the word baby as an adjective, according to the defense, would inflame the jury's passions.
In court Thursday, the defense argued they don't want to limit testimony or any use of the word baby, only its use before Daxton's name or his nickname. However, the judge denied the motion. Castamore is charged with first-degree murder along with several other charges. He has pleaded not guilty. Police arrested a man in Aberdeen for allegedly swinging a machete at people on State Street in the central part of town. Avera St. Luke's Hospital, the Aberdeen YMCA, and Roncalli Elementary were all put on lockdown as officers responded. Police say the man ran away from the area but didn't make it far.
When he refused to surrender, officers shot a beanbag shotgun at him several times and eventually made an arrest. The man is being charged with aggravated assault, obstructing law enforcement, and having an open container in public. His name has not been released.
We're hoping to learn more about what brought Sioux Falls Fire Rescue to an East Side neighborhood. Our KELOLAND News crew was able to capture this video from the scene on Rock Creek Drive around 5 o'clock this morning.
Smoke could be seen coming from a building. We have reached out for more information and are waiting to hear back. Stay with KELOLAND News on air and online for updates as they become available.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Cooling down just a bit to start the weekend, Scott.
Yes, it is. Temperatures in the 40s and 50s for today. Will slowly try to warm as we do get into tomorrow, and I think we will, as temperatures will return to the 50s to near 60 degrees. 47 our high temperature in Sioux Falls today, 49 Aberdeen, 53 in Pierre, and 57 in Rapid City. Next week, turning much colder. In the meantime, this weekend will be above average. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. Tonight's the night to see poetry and art at a school in Sioux Falls. This semester's Vision and Voice features mostly Joe Foss students, but a few Axtell Park students are also a part of it.
The students are sharing their art and poems for family and friends. Joe Foss senior Shaylin Vargas will read her poem about a turning point in her life.
My poem is about just from going through pregnancy and going through all the emotions and labor and to her growing up and to where we are at now.
The showcase is at the Axtell Park building and runs from 6 until 8 o'clock. Be sure to enter through the L door. The Sioux Falls Stampede is set to paint the Premier Center pink. The hockey team is hosting its annual Pink in the Rink fundraiser. Tonight, players on the ice will be wearing pink jerseys.
The money raised will benefit the American Cancer Society. It's a cause that's important to Stampede President Jim Olander, whose sister battled breast cancer.
This is near and dear to my heart, knowing what she went through, and fortunately she was able to beat it, and something that we're as a family very proud of her, and just a special night for my family and for a lot of people that have been affected.
Sioux Falls will play rivals Sioux City at 7:05. The specialty jerseys the Stampede players will wear are currently up for auction. If you'd like to bid, we've provided a link under this story right here on KELOLAND.com. A playwright in Aberdeen is using a familiar holiday theme for an upcoming play. The Aberdeen Community Theater will soon be performing a Hallmark Christmas for Beth.
The play is a parody on the classic holiday Hallmark movies. Big City reporter Beth has no time for nonsense until she unexpectedly ends up in Christmasville, Canada.
I have watched many a Hallmark movie in my day, and I am one of those people who have a love-hate relationship with the movies. They're wonderful, they make you feel great, but at the same time, they're just so ridiculous and implausible.
The play opened Wednesday night and continues through Sunday. You can learn more about the inspiration behind the play in a KELOLAND.com original story by Ray Yost.
Well, that's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, our weather update today. Temperatures are cooler today, but I would say overall just a little closer to normal. And that's been really the story lately. This forecast has been so mild, so long. It's going to be a little bit of an adjustment just to get back to near normal. That's only going to be, by the way, just today. And frankly, even these numbers above 50 in Pierre and Rapid City are still technically above the averages. Our forecast tonight, we're going to see starry skies, dry conditions, and that's how we're going to start off our Saturday morning. Numbers tomorrow, well, we've got the potential to come back up here at least into the upper 50s, and I wouldn't be too surprised to see a couple 60s showing up, south of Interstate 90 especially. And then into Sunday, watch the clouds. They are thickening up, and there is the potential to sprout some rain showers. Now, of course, you have to kind of overcome some of the dry air initially, but it's probably the most significant chance of something here that we've seen quite a while. So we'll watch and see if we do muster some rain out of that. And again, the timing would be more into late Sunday afternoon or Sunday night for Sioux Falls, perhaps even early Monday. This system coming in from the southwest has been kind of our target on that. And it is forecast to come out in maybe a couple of different pieces. One component legs back behind in the four corners there, and then there's another one coming out into Nebraska. So we'll see how that all kind of works together. And then the fusion of some colder air. We got a big old Hudson Bay low developing. And I do want to point out that this river of wind coming in out of Canada, some of this is going to translate down to the surface, and we're going to have to watch that Tuesday and Wednesday to see where that timing is on that forecast. But I would say right now the potential is certainly there for some windy weather, and we'll continue to keep a close eye on that here for Thanksgiving travel. Not necessarily stormy, but just colder and windier. And then maybe after Thanksgiving, there's some hints of some snow across Colorado, maybe Nebraska. That's a very early indication, so we got plenty of time to sit back and watch that and see how that affects us here. But as always, we're keeping our eye on that here at KELOLAND, and we'll let you know about that when we need to. Well, 46 today in Worthington in your forecast, 57 though in Rapid City. That 7-day forecast, there we go, tumbling temperatures next week. Tuesday with the wind, 40, 30 on Wednesday, and Thanksgiving. Right now we have positioned at 28. Aberdeen in the 20s as well. So this is going to be a little adjustment for us as we're not used to that. And Pierre in western South Dakota, I would expect everybody to see a cool down next week. A lot of 30s will be much more common at the end of the forecast in the Black Hills. Check out the complete details online at KELOLAND.com.